Welcome, welcome. Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my scope. Y'all know I'm walking around the office at this point in time to grab some stuff off the printer. Hey greatness, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to my scope. Welcome, welcome. Today is get your hair done day. Welcome, welcome. Listen, I'm getting ready to give some information. Hey greatness, hi Wax and Lather. I told you, oh, I did just tell you I was getting ready to scope, didn't I? And for some reason my printer doesn't want to print. Let's go find out why. But anyway, so I'm actually going to be talking about some of the things that I realized. Like, let me show you. I have documents and information from years ago that I totally forget that I have. Hey, greatness. And I'm looking at some of the stuff like, duh, repurpose. You know, you forget that at times. I repurposed a ton of content over the years, but sometimes you forget that you have an opportunity to transform your own business and the way you engage with clients just by repurposing content, pulling out stuff that you used years and years ago and creating a new opportunity from it. But anyway, I didn't even introduce myself for those of you who are new to my scope. And I just dropped the phone. Don't you love it? Hey, greatness. Hi, Angela. Angela, I had a great time with you last night. So those of you, if you're new to my scope, you've never been with me before, I'm Sister Mothyna. I'm better known as the visionary director and co-founder of Healer Woman to Healer Nation, wearing my brand today. It's a power day today. If you are connected with me and connected with Healer Woman to Healer Nation, you know that I say that rainy days are power days. And so it's been raining for the last few days. And it's raining again today. So that means it's a power day. And it's also get your hair done day. So I'm calling it a half a day today and heading out to get my hair done. So I am getting ready to share with you all some tips and tools I've shared with business owners, vendors, individuals who have worked with our organization over the, yes, they're still talking about you. Oh, thank you, Angela. I probably have to, I need to share that broadcast. After this, y'all remind me to share Angela's scope from last night. I had a great time sharing and connecting with her community. Angela does some amazing work around working with survivors to tell their stories and working with survivors just to heal. So Phoenix Ministries is located right in Baltimore, Maryland, and they focus on survivors of sexual assault. And it's a Christian-based ministry for survivors who connect with their divine power, who want to be in a space where people authentically believe similar to them, and creates a space that's just really healing focused. And so I had the pleasure of being with Angela last night. Hey, greatness! Of being with Angela last night and some of the women she works with. And we had a bomb time. I just had a great time with them. I was only there for a few minutes and I had to run to another appointment. But thank you so much for honoring me with the pleasure of serving you. Thank you all. And so, so this scope is really focused on really talking about repurposing your content. So if you don't know, hey greatness, hi Queenie. So if you don't know, Heal Woman to Heal Nation has been doing a women's conference for 13 years. It'll be 13 years in 2016. So we did our 12th annual conference earlier this year. It started off with as a community service project when I was a undergraduate student at Morgan State University. Peace, light, and light gorgeousness. Ooh, I receive. I reflect that back. And so thank you all for my hearts. Thank you for sharing, by the way. Thank you for sharing this broadcast. If any of you know somebody who's in business who vends or setups exhibits at businesses, events, conferences, and so on, share this broadcast with them because they will find some value in it. I love you, Angela. You know I do. And so one of the things that happens in that time frame, of course, is when people started realizing you gather hundreds of women with, you know, buying power. Hey, greatness. Thank you so much for joining. When you know that you gather hundreds of women with buying power, they start to pay attention. And we also had a really great program, a great community, and we still do. They're amazing, and I see many of them in here, our Heal Woman to Heal Nation membership and ambassadors. Thank you all for sharing. I really appreciate this. That is kind of where it's at and what's going on. And so for years now, we've been doing this event, and I have, hi for California. Hey, welcome, welcome. I have tons, yes, my daily inspiration. Yay. Hey Pamela, peace. So I have tons and tons of content and information, and if you connected with our community, our members receive literally a daily motivation, something to inspire them daily. Even if they don't open it every day, on the days they know they need just a little something, they can tap right in and they get access to that. But they also get access to our replays, private conference calls, where we have experts come on and give content information. Can't wait for the brunch. Woo, 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 woo. Yes, we're having a brunch on January 30th, y'all. So anyway, that is going to be amazing. So what happened was I have literally what we used to call the Bible. So I would have these books of just content information. Everything related to our event was in that book. Now I've transitioned most of that to being electronic, so I don't print a hard copy book anymore. Most of it is electronic, but our team still has it. So it helps us really realize how we could outline for our team, how does every single event have that signature mark. I'm really excited because one of the best pieces of feedback, right? In addition to saying people's lives have been transformed. And one woman told me, she said, not only did you transform my life and my experience, but you made it seem seamless. And she said that inspired me to say, you know what, I can do more. I can expand my brand. And she was based in Philadelphia. Came to Maryland for our event, and does work with girls in that area, and just exploded from there. I got a chance to follow her on social media. We stay in contact from time to time and get a chance to learn more about what she's doing. So really understand how you can repurpose your content. So years ago, I would put together these little packets. I printed some of it out to show you. Okay, so this is our 10-year anniversary logo. Okay, we have a new one now. So that was for almost 3 years ago. And so I have these little packets. This is one document, right? So this is the guideline packet, if you will, several pages, that I would put together for our vendors and exhibitors. Listen, if you're in business, that means you all are in the same business. No matter what your industry in, we are all in the business of marketing. Okay? Because if people don't know about how you change and transform their world, whether it's with your soap, your handbag, your fashion design, your amazing inspirational message, your book, if they don't know, then you're not transforming their lives. So they want to know about you. And one of the best ways to connect with your audience, any audience, is through live event experiences, right? Getting a chance to touch. She said, amen. Yes, Shanice. Amen. So getting a chance to touch your audience. And when you're looking for events where you want to do what we call brand alignment. Peace, how you doing? I love how y'all talk to each other. That makes me happy. So when we talk about doing brand alignment, right? Making sure that, yes, the live event experience transforms the world. Making sure that you connect with your audience live in a way where they can see, feel, and touch you and your product, your service. And so we always will give tips to anybody who works with us. And I tell all of our vendors, because for our biggest event, which is our April conference that takes place every April. That's the one we've been doing for 13 years. This coming 2016 is going to be April 15th through the 17th. And so every time somebody connects with us, if they want to vend, and our general vending is on Sunday only. The first 2 days, well, technically 3 now, the first few days is more along the lines of service related businesses, right? There are our sponsors, our speakers, those individuals and their products and services. And then on Sunday, we have more of an open vending, almost upwards of 40 vendors, all of which have to be unique in some way, shape, or form. Very few jewelry vendors. That type of stuff. You don't want to come to an event and you have like 7 jewelry vendors. That's like too much. Anyway. So what we would do is, one, I would make the recommendation that you want, if you're going to vend on Sunday, if you're going to be with this community, let me tell you how to win, right? Double tap the screen if you want to have a partnership with your businesses, if you want to have a partnership with your clients, so that every time you connect with them, it's a win-win. And I said, let me tell you how to win with this community. Exactly. Let me tell you how to win with this community. I know my women, okay? And I know that they love down-to-earth people. And if you're making a connection, a genuine connection, you're not just there to sell them. If you're making a genuine connection with them in the days prior to when you set up your exhibit space, they're already going to be looking for you. Okay. I tell you that works every single time. So whether you have a handbag business, whether you have a skincare line, whether you're selling candles, if you are there the previous days and you're talking and making genuine connections and building business ideas and contributing to them, they're going to be looking for you come Sunday. If you're vending or exhibiting on Sunday, they're going to say, oh my gosh. And you just say, girl, I'm already going to put your package to the side. And listen, this is what I know y'all do too sometimes. Y'all think I don't be knowing, but I know y'all be doing this. Okay. Yes. Genuine connections. Y'all be doing this. Y'all go to each other's rooms and say, girl, let me get my package now, because by the time you set up on Sunday, you're going to sell out or it's going to be gone, and I want to make sure I got mine. And so it's saying yes. I know, because that's what y'all do. I know that's what you do, and I'm off. That's what you need to do. I need my hookup. Yeah. So I do it too. I'm like, girl, let me get my t-shirt. Some of my vendors and exhibitors know I give my little sister, my younger sister, she hates being called little now because she's grown. I give my younger sister, because she's always going to be younger, I give her my card and I go to this place, and this place, and make sure you get my stuff. And I just let her buy my stuff. Salute to everybody in the room. Wow, this sister is knowledgeable for real. Oh, thank you all so much. True and genuine connections. Yes, I'm going to try and get my stuff before we leave New Jersey. Come on. So you absolutely, I know that's what happens. So here's how you also win, right? We always say partnership. Why are all of our speaker sponsors, why have they put money in the game? Because then I know you're serious, okay? Then I know you're really committed. Our sponsors, our vendors, they're also, if you're going to spend $200 on vending here for that Sunday, why don't you spend the extra $97 or the extra $200 and come the previous days, build those connections, let people know what value you create and bring in the world. And that way on Sunday, you've already sold out. All you're doing is having people pick up their stuff. Not to mention, you get a totally new audience that comes in that Sunday, and you get a chance to make that connection with them. So let me just give y'all a couple of tips. And this is what I mean by repurposing content. This is stuff I wrote years ago and I just updated as I see new information, new resources, and bring those things in, okay? So one of the things that I always say, right? Of course, you get all the logistics and all that jazz. You get all that information. Hey, Monica, here's what I really want you to do to maximize your experience. So listen, I'm telling you, this is what we wrote. Maximize your experience, okay? If you're in business, even whether you're setting up as a vendor or not, and you're coming to this event, one of the things you want to do, of course, is to get brand alignment. So yes, we have 93,000 followers on Facebook. Yes, once you connect with us, I had a woman who came to a networking event that we did back in September. And she was doing a presentation somewhere, and a woman came up to her and was like, "Oh my God, you're part of Human Simulation. I saw you. I met you at the thing at T-Ball." That's where we hosted the networking event. And she went on and on and on. And so our client called us and she called me and she said, okay, talk about brand alignment. I just love HWHN. She said, and then she told me what happened to her. So the woman, because she spoke briefly at the event and we mentioned her at our event, she immediately made the connection. She found out about that person through Healer Woman to Healer Nation, and so she was all the way in. That's the type of partnerships that you want. You want partnerships where people are all the way in, because just by virtue of association, you bring value to them and to the content. So that's what you're looking for. And then you want people who are going to allow you to have access to the community. So you want to make those connections where you're getting a chance to not only educate the public. This is why we want to go to live events, and live events where your customers are that adds value. Hey, Stacy, we talked about me being very. Hey, Stacy, I'm so excited. Yes, Stacy. So, see, Stacy, I'm telling you, bear me witness, right? This is some of the stuff I was sharing, I think, when we spoke. So then you're talking about, of course, you want to generate sales. Absolutely. But always remember, and this is why we give these tips, every sale doesn't come in the moment. How are you nurturing the contact so that you can have more than one sale out of that contact? The people I buy from the most are the people who nurture the contact with me. So I may not have spent $100 with you that day, but would you rather me spend $100 with you that day and never see me again? I'm so excited. Yay! And never see me again? Or would you rather me spend $40 with you that day and spend another $40, $50, $60 over the coming months down the line, right? Nurture your client in every experience. So don't be upset if they don't buy from you in that moment. Use that as an opportunity to nurture the client, glean from them, and then you may have an opportunity to have a lifelong client rather than an in-the-moment client, right? And so these are all reasons why you want to connect. And I'm telling you this because these are reasons why I connect with certain brands, companies, and organizations, as well as why most of the vendors and clients that work with us tell me why they come back, okay? And why they want to stay connected with us. And I'll give you an example. Last year, earlier this year, we had a bad experience, right? The person we have worked with to work with our vendors, it just went horrible. And so some of the vendors didn't have the kind of experience that they're used to having with us, okay? But the repeat vendors said, you know what? I was wondering about that. And we talked, and they was like, I totally get it, but I'll still be back, because they had so many positive experiences with us previous to this experience. And they knew that our hand wasn't in full control of that. But because we built that relationship, they were 110% in, and they're already planning on coming back. So vending spaces typically fill up quickly because of those relationships. All right. So now you want to think about what you're planning to do prior to the event. So before you start the event, there are things you want to be engaged with. Remember, we're all in the business of what? What did I say earlier? We're all in the business of marketing. Okay. Double tap the screen if you know you need people to know about who you are and what you do. Then the other thing about brand alignment is, I see you. Awesome. The other thing about brand alignment and marketing and the things you do before you get to that event, tell people where you're going to be. All right. 1, you have your loyal customers. 2, you'll have people who are watching you, maybe haven't even bought from you yet. You don't even know they're looking at you, but because you told them you're planning on being somewhere and they may want to test you out, then they may show up there just to invest in you and get benefit from the event or the experience. So tell people where you're going to be. Let your clients and potential clients know that you're going to be participating in this experience. The other thing that you want to do is you want to give incentive for them meeting you there. Exactly, Pamela. So you're going to give them incentive for meeting you there. Let them know, hey, this is something I'm giving away at this event or this experience. If you want value from me and you want to have a chance to win this package, service, discount, whatever it is, meet me here. Does that make sense? So tell them where you're going to be. Tell them that, give them an incentive to meet you there. And also find out what else is going on in your community that you can connect with. All right. Find out if there's somebody else who's going to be there who's a great complement to your business, and reach out to them and say, hey, I also noticed you're going to be at the Heal to Heal Nation event. I would love for us to collaborate and offer something to our potential clients that works as a win-win for both them and us. This is about collaboration, not competition. There are billions of people in the world, okay? We live in a global economy. Make moves. Really make those moves. Now, so you want to plan before the event. Those are just some of the things that you want to think about. Definitely make sense. Great. Those are some of the things you want to think about prior to showing up. The next thing you want to think about is what you're going to do when you get there, right? I think Stacey and I talked about this. Really think about how you're going to maximize your space. You don't win if all you do is put stuff on top of a table that's flat. Think about leveraging, and one of the things that we do for our participants and our the people tell us all the time they should have to pay for this information. First 5 ladies that say accessorizing a diva will get. You got it, exactly. So we give out examples to our team about how to maximize space, right? If you're working with us. So how do you maximize your space? There's space behind you, right? There's space to the left, to the right, as well as in front of you. How are you going to maximize that space? So be clear on your intention of what you want to get out of that experience. Be clear on your intention. Not just clients. Take it beyond the client in the moment to the lifelong client. How do you create that intentional experience in that space? How do you use height on your table in your space, okay? Can you put up a shelf in the back of you to display your products? Can you put up different sizing and height differentials on your table? Why? Because all that draws the eye, right? So these are some of the things that we do to make encourage our vendors and our partners to do to make their space attractive, to catch the eye of a potential client and the clients that are already looking for them. If you're in a large exhibit space, you want to attract people's attention to you. And so that's one of the things you do. Really think about what else you're going to need, what resources, what kind of kit. I used to vend a lot, which is why I know some of this stuff. Thank you, greatness. I appreciate you, Sierra. So one of the things I would do is I would have like a little toolbox kit, and I'll put random stuff in there that you never know. You never know when you're going to need tape, scissors, Velcro, any of that stuff. So I would have this little tiny box that just had stuff in it that I can pull out. One time, I'll tell you this, I honestly had to pull out a sewing kit. I had to pull out a sewing kit and get to work just to make sure everything looked good in the space and to send some things up, okay? So think about some of those things and think about your use of color. Come on. Listen, Sharon, you know I'm not really, I ain't that good, but listen, you got to have what you got to have. You got to make sure it works for you. So, so think about what you're doing and really plan out your space. So how can you give value, and how can you, girl, this is more than I expect. So happy I joined. Yay! Okay. So I would say give a lot of value in the space and how you even set it up. Tell people how they can use your product even if they don't take it with them. One of the advertising, so here's one of the things that we want to think about. How can you do education-based marketing? So for those of you who don't have traditional products or services where somebody can even look at it and say, oh, I know exactly how to use that, or how I can find benefit from it, think about how can I educate my consumer really easy and quickly to let them know why they need my product. The example I would use with that is, let's say you have a healthcare. This is even great for me as an author. Yay! This is why the one thing I would share is that you think about somebody who may, let's say, for example, they have a healthcare product, right? And let's say the healthcare product is an amazing, walaikum salam, is an amazing product that allows the person to do multiple things like clarify your skin, hydrate, da-da-da-da. But most people are thinking about what their pain point is. So how can you educate somebody on a pain point that they have and then take them deeper into how your product can assist not only that pain point, but other things, right? So really think about that and how you can create a space for that in that session, in that moment, and that transfers beyond that moment. Does that make sense? Double tap the screen if this is making sense to you. What else do I want to tell y'all about? Yay! Okay. What else I want to tell y'all about planning your exhibit space? Invite somebody to something else. Listen, way too often we'll create a space and an opportunity. Hey, Gail, or we'll have a space or opportunity, and we never invite somebody to what else they can do after they've connected with us. Again, even if they don't buy, you're nurturing the client to think about you in the future if they want to buy, okay? Most of us will only have an hour. Okay, if the person hangs out for the full event, maybe 6 hours or maybe 5 minutes to make that connection. But they have a lifetime leading up after that event. I use Wax and Lather as an example. So I'm reaching out to Wax and Lather today because I've been thinking about this gift that I want to purchase for one of our clients who is having a baby. And I'm like, I really want to get her something amazing, and I want it to be from a Black-owned business, of course. And I just had a conversation about Wax and Lather with someone else. And thank you for that referral as well, Shanice. And so I said, I was on Purchase Black, and I didn't really see what I wanted. So I was looking at a couple of things, and then I said, you know what? Let me reach out to her because I know she does candles. I know she does skincare products. And so let me reach out to her and see if she can put together something really quick that I can ship out to our client and that she can send out for us that allows. But you know why I thought about her? Because I got a chance to feel like I was making a connection through what I saw on social media, and the fact that not only did she have other people sharing, I had an amazing experience with this product. So just thinking about how you utilize those connections. Now, during your event, my pet peeve. That's awesome. Yeah, my pet peeve, okay? If you're going to be an exhibitor, if you're going to be a vendor in an event, my personal pet peeve, stop standing behind the table. You cannot stand behind a table and make a connection. There's a barrier between you and your potential client. So get your behind from behind the table. Exactly. Get from behind the table. Maximize and use the space. Reach out to people with your energy and your personality. Smile. Reach out a hand. Say, hi, how are you doing today? Not just, here's my product and buy it. Make a connection. You better say that. Make a connection. Stay off your cell phone unless you're using it to advertise where you are and so people come meet you. All right. Don't have your team doing the same thing. If you have, and I know sometimes we use young people because we're stressed and we don't have a lot of people working with us, right? And you sit and the young person sitting behind the table, and then give them an incentive to get off their phone on their feet and make the connection so you can make back your feet. Listen, we spent money to be in this space. So make back your fee by making a connection with people by standing on your feet. Okay? So you want to absolutely make the connection. Listen more than you talk. Hear what they're saying to you about where they are and what they do, and ask them what they care about. Listen, I give this tip in networking events, and it works for vending, exhibiting, and so on as well. Do you recommend using digital business cards at events is beneficial? Yes. So I would have hands-on, but I'll also say, hey, can I send you my digital business card? And if they're okay with that, boom, you've got it, send it on. If some people are a little iffy, so some people are like, I don't want you to have my information, so allow them to get a business card. And here's the thing. Always request or wait for them to request. I prefer you to wait for them to request for your card. What is a digital business card? So post what you meant by digital business card. I'll tell you how I use my digital business card. So for example, on my phone, I have myself saved as a contact. And in my contact, I have all the information that I don't mind you having about me. So if I meet you somewhere and I'm out of a business card and I say to you, oh, well, can I just send you my digital business card? I will text you my contact card, which has all of my information I don't mind you having. I know, Cookie. I don't mind you having. So then, boom, I'm already in your cell phone and you have all of it. Hey, love. Hey, greatness. And so that's how I use my digital business card. But you can tell us what you meant by digital business card, because some people that take pictures of their business card and just send that as a photo, things like that. OMG, brilliant. You're welcome. So that's how I use it. So again, allow them to ask for your contact. Allow them to ask for your business card, because that way you know they're invested in staying in contact with you. I never give out my business card unless somebody asks for it. I just don't. Now, if I have a flyer or something, even then I request. I say, hey, would you be interested in finding out more information about blah, 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 blah. And then I extend the card if they're interested. Otherwise, it's going to end up on the ground and you spend money for that. Digital business card. Right. So I just explained that, and I'm waiting for the person who just mentioned digital business cards to also leave a comment with it. Okay, so the other thing you want to do during your event is also make a connection with whoever the host is of the event. I love free stuff and I appreciate it, but here's the thing. When you give or you're extending a gift to someone, tell them, don't just, because when we host events, people are always sticking things in our hands, okay? Always, a lot of things. And sometimes that thing gets lost. So just make a request, hey, I have a gift I would love to give to you. Do you have some support staff? If somebody like me, not only am I the host, I am also the talent, especially at my events. So I'm standing on stage teaching. So request, do they have, sorry, someone interrupted me at work. Oh, no problem. So I was just request, do you have someone around who can give this, who can hold on to this for you? Even if it's a business card or I'll lose it. I saw this on another school where they text a number and tour biz card will show in your business card. Yeah, so there are apps that allow you to do digital business cards, or you can even use what I use. Yeah, people lose business cards all the time. That's why I also don't give them unless people ask. So, or you can do something like I do to answer the person, Demeter, who asked about a digital business card, and I literally have just myself as a contact. So my name, my website, my phone number, whatever it is, as a contact in my phone. And so I will just text you my contact card, and then you'll have it in your phone with all my contact information. So that's how I created my own version of a digital business card without having to download the app. So what else do you want to do at the event? Okay, if you was to sum up all of the amazing advice you gave today in 3 points, what would it be? Sure. So there's a couple of different things I said, but here's the main thing I want you to get, okay? First, think about what you're doing before you get to the event. Let people know you're going to be there, all right? Let people know you're going to be there. Tell them to meet you there and give them an incentive to meet you there. Second, when you're planning for your event or you're planning to go to an event, really ask questions and think about how you're going to maximize your space. Are you using the space behind you as well as in front of you and to the side of you? And also, are you using height differentials, meaning do you have something that's this high, something that's this low on your table to catch the eye? And then you also want to think about when you're planning for your space, what would you possibly need to make your space attractive? The next thing I will mention is during the event. During the event, don't sit on your behind, stand on your feet and get your feet. Meaning, make the connection with people by being personable, by being welcoming, and being somebody they want to talk to, okay? Even if I don't want your product, if you're standing up and you're talking to me, the chance of me stopping to engage with you is very high, okay? So do that during the event so you make and absolutely maximize the event. And then here's my last point, right? So this is the summary for the person who just asked for it. My last point, after the event, after the show, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Y'all getting it? Follow up with the contacts that you made. Okay, remember, you don't want to just get that $10, $20 business in that moment. Okay, Get the contacts by keeping the business throughout. Nurture the relationship. So you absolutely want to follow up. I recommend you do it within 24 to 48 hours. Yeah, you got it. Within 24 to 48 hours, all right? Make that connection with people. Did you say follow up? Yeah, and where's my clapper in my life? It's over there. I'm going to get it. So you absolutely want to do that because it opens the door for you to build the relationship even more, okay? So that's just some of the tips. But y'all see that my tips, these are, right? I'm talking about repurposing content, right? So you see, this is what we give to people who are exhibiting and vending with us. So when people ask us why you, if the vending is only for one day for $239, why? And I said, this is why. Because you don't just get a space to sit down. Our team sends you information so you can maximize your experience. You can maximize your experience. You're making brand alignment and connection. And you can get most of this for $200 nothing. So utilize that as an opportunity, and we open the door so that all of our exhibitors and vendors, you can join us the previous days so that you make a connection and you build a relationship with your potential clients. And other people are going to start talking about you. And as they're walking around making new contacts that day, because we have for our event, it's 3 days for most, 4 days for our members. So for the people who are coming just on that Sunday, just to shop and just to visit the exhibitors, they're all brand new. So they haven't had a chance to connect with you. But when you can make the connection on Friday, on Saturday, Thursday night with the other women present, guess what happens? Instead of you having to move from your table, or one of your 2 of your staff people moving from your table to make those connections, you have about 100 other women that you had a chance to make a connection with, all right, if you've been working the room, who are now your walking billboards, who are now walking around going, oh, you want to go visit? Oh, you definitely want to go get accessorized. Absolutely, Diva. Make sure you do that. And she had these really cute pair of earrings. Girl, it goes great with your outfit right now. You might want to go get that. You get what I'm saying? So utilize those opportunities. So part of the reason why we make sure that as an exhibitor or vendor, we make it an incentive for you to come the first previous days. It makes absolutely no sense for you to show up on just the third day. So all that being said, I hope that was really helpful. Yay! I hope that was helpful for you. I'm inviting you, if you are in business, then you want to be able to make a connection with women leaders who are making decisions and have the buying power in their households. If you want to make those connections and those relationships, come on in and join us. Our vending and exhibiting space is absolutely open. You can go to our website, which is hwhn.org, to learn about how you can make that investment. I promise you, if you're in yes. If you are doing jewelry, or if you're in an MLM company, we limit the number of those companies who participate. We really are looking for people who are running either their own online or brick and mortar business that have unique products and services. And so that's who we really want to have highlight. So we do, you submit an application and we do reserve the right to say, not right now. Thanks for sharing this wonderful information with us. It's much appreciated. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you for joining me. And so we invite you to do that. So again, go to hwhn.org. You can submit an application to become a vendor and exhibitor. Applications do require you to fill out the contact information and make a payment in order for you to secure your space, okay? And so if anyone has any questions, definitely start at, you've been great with asking questions, so let me know. Ask those questions now. Again, my name is Sister Mothyna. I'm with Heal a Woman to Heal a Nation. I am the Director of Operations and one of the co-founders. And Heal a Woman to Heal a Nation works with world-class women leaders who want to conquer their fears, build their confidence, and create massive personal and professional success. We believe that you're in business, if you're in the community, if you're serving and striving, if you're a career woman who also just is in the community, making relationships and creating a better space for your community, you cannot leave who you are behind in the process. And way too many of us do that. Way too many of us are striving, pushing, serving everyone else. We give everyone the best of us and give ourselves the rest. And in Heal a Woman to Heal a Nation, we say, give yourself the best of you first, and then give everyone else the rest. So thank you all so much. I appreciate this. I need a lot of what you offer, sis. Absolutely. Well, you can connect directly with me if you have any questions that you want to talk to me about directly. My email address is mothyna@hwhn.org. Mothyna@hwhn.org. If you go to my profile here on Periscope, you'll see my email address there. You could just send me a message. Let me know how I can support and serve you. I'm always honored to every time I get a chance to make a connection with my amazing community. So thank you so much for joining. I hope this was extremely helpful for you. I'm getting ready to head out now and make some connections. So thank you all so much. Let me know. Oh, and join our online community on Facebook too. It's called HWHN Unlimited You. HWH and Unlimited You. It is a private community, but we get a chance to make connections there and support each other greatly. You're welcome. You're welcome. Walaikum salam. Thank you so much for joining me. All right. Have a great one, everyone. Thanks a lot. And don't forget to share this so that people can watch the replay. Come on, let me in here so others can exhale. You better don't. Where's my clapper when I need it? It's in the drawer, and I'm not going to go get it right now because y'all know I will, and I will be extra with it. Okay, y'all. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much for joining. Bye.